Hello. Today I'm starting my my annual summer challenge of harvesting. Already, it's only June and it has started. So last year I undertook a 50 days of harvest challenge where I challenged myself. No one else challenged me. I challenged myself to harvest and store £5 of food for our family every day for 50 days. Which would give us £250 of food. Well, it very quickly became clear that I was going to do an awful lot more than that. And in the end, it was in excess of £800 that were harvested, forested, swapped in the space of 50 days. And this year I thought I'd do something a little different, along the same lines, but a little bit different. And rather than giving myself a target of food each day, I thought I would actually just record how much I am harvesting each day. And then once a week, give you a total and a complete breakdown of everything I've harvested. Because, to be honest, the 50 days challenge was really work intensive. Not only was I trying to make sure I'd harvested and stored everything away, but also recorded it properly and make a video about it. And actually that was quite a lot of extra work. So I thought this year I'd take the pressure off a little bit and just do a weekly total. One of the things we have quite a lot of at the moment, strawberries. And they're delicious, they are absolutely amazing. So today I have picked £10 of strawberries. This is actually 2 days worth because I didn't collect them yesterday, but we are collecting about 4 to 5 pounds of strawberries every day. Obviously we're eating quite a lot of them because there's nothing quite like fresh strawberries, and we are giving some to family, friends and neighbours. This lot will all be stored, so they will be included with the £15 I've already stored away for the total. And so at some point over the weekend, every weekend, I will make sure that I give a total, do a running total, and also a breakdown of everything that I've harvested. And these, well, these are going to be jam. We don't eat a huge amount of jam because we don't eat bread, so we don't eat toast, but we do quite like it on pancakes, on ice cream, and it's quite nice to be able to offer other people if they're here. Oh, the smell in this room is just amazing. It smells lovely. Strawberries really are the smell of summer, and yeah, really nice. One of the things I didn't do last year was to include all the vegetables that were grown to harvest over winter. And so this year I thought I would do a 10-month challenge, which means it will just keep rolling until around Easter time next year. And then we can see just how productive the homestead is over the space of almost a year. Because by the time we get to April, we've got that thing that's often called the hungry gap, where you've gathered in almost all your crops and the new ones haven't started yet. And that's the time when we are just lifting the last of the root vegetables from the garden, and we're living mostly from the food that we've stored. So this challenge will include all the fruit that we've grown and that I forage. Because the fields around us are very, very productive in blackberries, and so we get an awful lot of blackberries every year. It will also include things like apples that we're given by people, which we actually swap. So I've got a couple of friends who bring me large amounts of apples and I swap them for eggs. The challenge won't include all the eggs that we eat, but will include any meat that's raised on the homestead. I'm really looking forward to this. It should be really interesting to see that huge influx of food as it rolls through the summer and autumn, and then would appear to slow down over winter, but in fact hopefully there will still be plenty of vegetables in the garden that we can lift and use during the winter. So that's things like leeks, purple sprouting broccoli, swede, parsnips, cabbages, kales, so all of those, because those weren't included in the 2017 challenge, and I'd really like to see how we get on for 2018 going into 2019. Yes. And I think this year's challenge can be called Homestead Harvest 2018. And here's a quick reminder of how I got on last year. Today I'm starting 50 days, so that's loads of days, 50 days of harvesting. It's day 8 of my 50 days of harvest, and I've had a good look at how I'm doing, and I'm doing actually much better than I expected to be. So I think I'm going to increase my final target, and instead of hoping to gather in £250 of food in 50 days, I'm going to double it to 500. It's day 50. I have come to the end of my 50 days of harvest, and that takes my total up to £800. £800 of food harvested in 50 days.
Sure we can do it. We just got to, yeah, 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 yeah. I know we can do it. Sure we can do it. We got to.
Well, that's it for me. I've got some jam to make. And so, wherever you are in the world and whatever you've got planned for today, I hope it's a good one. And I also hope you'll join me again tomorrow. So I think this year's challenge, and I think this year's challenge is going to be called Homestead Harvest 20. And I think this year's challenge, can be called Homestead Harvest 2018.